Boy, where to start with this? I really wanted to go on air last night, actually. Right after this happened, I was like, oh my gosh, can we just call everybody in and just take up everybody's airtime and just go on? Like, because I was really living the dream. So first off, can we all agree that this Joe Biden, nice little happy, I'm a super happy, sweet pawpaw, that it's just an act? Do you guys believe me now? Because some of you all out there in radio land were like, I don't know, I just think he's old and feeble. I'm like, no. That's a ruse. You know what Kane says? Old people are not innocent.
Not what I say. Exactly.
He hates old people.
It's not even true. I say not all old people are innocent.
Sure, go ahead and move the goalpost
You're
now,
trying
Fauci.
to.
It's all right.
What? I've never moved the
Don't you
goalpost.
Fauci this
You've
answer.
always moved it.
It's okay. It's all right. So, as he says, most old people are not innocent. I said it. That's what I just said. I just said what you said.
All right.
I said most old people are not innocent. It's exactly. Joe Biden is this. He is this. I mean, that is him. But did you hear what? And they actually put it out. So the White House put it in their readout. So let me explain that. So whenever you have, the press asking questions and the president answering, what you always have a transcript of that, the readout, right? It's the transcript of this. And so they included it in the readout. One of my friends who's in the White House press corps texted me what they got, and I took a picture of it, texted the image of what they had. And I literally LOL'd. I mean, she was laughing about it. She thought it was hysterical. So this question that was asked by Peter Doocy, and he's not a jerk. I think that we can all, regardless of whether you're on the right or left, Peter Doocy's a nice guy. And his dad is a super nice dude. I'm going to be real with you. When he was first hired and I started seeing him on television, I mean, I kind of was like, okay, did you get your job because of your dad? I mean, and I just look, this is how I am. I'm a total cynic. Dude, he's a good reporter. He got his job because he's good. That's why he got his job. He just happens to be Steve Doocy's kid. He got his job because he's good. He asks questions. And notice, do we have the audio? Let me pull this up because I pulled it up and then I immediately closed it because I am genius. He was asked about this last night. He really played it off. Notice that Peter Doocy is not out there tweeting endlessly about himself. Like a guy whose name rhymes with Schmimbacasta. So listen to this. Because apparently Joe Biden's handlers told him to call Peter Doocy. Audio soundbite 10. He was asked about this last night.
After years of clips of the president and I kind of mixing it up on the campaign trail and during the transition and here at the White House, within about an hour of that exchange, he called my cell phone and he said, "It's nothing personal, pal." And we went back and forth, and we were talking about just kind of moving forward. And I made sure to tell him that I'm always going to try to ask something different than what everybody else is asking. Yeah. And he said, "You've got to." And that's a quote from the president. So I'll keep.
Look at that. He just let it roll off his back. You know, he just was, like audio soundbite 6. When he was asked about that, when he was first asked about it, because I watched the reports after this. I watched them package up the questions and answers. Peter Doocy presented it, and he didn't even bring it up. He himself did not bring it up. Brett Baer was the first to bring it up. Brett Baer's reaction should have been a GIF. I don't know if you guys saw it. I have never seen Brett's head and neck do that. He went forward, and then he made this like, you could almost, he's very good at playing down his thoughts and just sticking to the news. He writes his own stuff. Sticking to the news. He's very good at it. But there for a moment, that door cracked open just a little bit. And you got a really good expression on his face. I live for those moments, by the way. So Peter Doocy didn't even bring it up in the reporting about this after, right? Brett Baer brought it up. And so this was Doocy. Listen.
I think the president's right. You are a stupid SOB.
Yeah, nobody has fact-checked him yet and said it's not true.
No one's given Pinocchios for that one. No, but
So wait, that was the 5. Then he was on Bret Baier. He didn't bring it up on either the 5 or the show with Bret Baier. He didn't bring it up on either one of them. They brought it up because they're like, oh, we're going to go to Peter Doocy. He's at the White House. It's like one of those things. And Peter Doocy's like, yeah, and the president said this, this, and this. And they're like, well, by the way, did he call you a name? Both times. And then Doocy was like, okay, all right. It was funny. Now, if this had been Jim Acosta, he would show up the next day. If Peter Doocy was Jim Acosta at the press briefing today, he'd be like in a wheelchair with his arm in a cast, be like, you murdered me. I was murdered.